Exploring low-carb diets, types and benefits. Low-carb diets have been popular for decades. They used to be highly controversial but have recently gained mainstream acceptance. Low-carb diets tend to cause more weight loss than low-fat diets, at least in the short term. They also improve numerous health markers, such as blood triglycerides, HDL, good cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure. However, many types of this eating pattern exist. 1. A typical low-carb diet. The typical low-carb diet does not have a fixed definition. It is simply referred to as a low-carb or carb-restricted diet. This eating pattern tends to be lower in carbs and higher in protein than a typical Western diet. It usually emphasizes meats, fish, eggs, nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats. You're meant to minimize your intake of high-carb foods like grains, potatoes, sugary drinks, and high-sugar junk foods. The recommended carb intake per day generally depends on your goals and preferences. A common rubric might be something like this: 100 to 150 grams. This range is meant for weight maintenance or frequent high-intensity exercise. It gives room for plenty of fruit and even some starchy foods like potatoes. 50 to 100 grams. This range is intended for slow and steady weight loss or weight maintenance. There's room for plenty of vegetables and fruit. Under 50 grams. This is geared toward fast weight loss. Eat plenty of vegetables, but limit fruit intake to berries low on the glycemic index, GI. 2. Ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is a very low-carb, high-fat diet. The goal of a keto diet is to keep carbs so low that your body goes into a metabolic state called ketosis. In this state, your insulin levels plummet and your body releases large amounts of fatty acids from its fat stores. A lot of these fatty acids are transferred to your liver, which turns them into ketones. Ketones are water-soluble molecules that can cross the blood-brain barrier and supply energy to your brain. Then, instead of running on carbs, your brain starts relying largely on ketones. Your body can produce the small amount of glucose still required by your brain via a process called gluconeogenesis. Some versions of this diet even restrict protein intake because too much protein may reduce the number of ketones you produce. Traditionally used to treat drug-resistant epilepsy in children, the keto diet may also have benefits for other neurological disorders and metabolic problems like type 2 diabetes. It has also become popular for fat loss, even among some bodybuilders, as it's a very effective way to lose fat and tends to cause a major reduction in appetite. A ketogenic diet involves high-protein, high-fat foods. Carbs are generally limited to fewer than 50, and sometimes as few as 20 to 30 grams per day. A conventional keto eating pattern is referred to as a standard ketogenic diet, SKD. However, there are other variations that involve strategically adding carbs, targeted ketogenic diet, TKD. In this version, you add small amounts of carbs around workouts. Cyclical ketogenic diet, CKD. This type has you eat a ketogenic diet on most days, but switch to a high-carb diet for 1 to 2 days each week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Goodbye.